Hello everybody. Angie here. I'm coming on with a video today with a make for my hashtag 1 to 6 Picks Challenge glue book edition. This is my series that I created here on YouTube where I take a single die, I roll that die, whatever number it lands on, I select that number of random prompts that I have harvested out of magazines and die cuts and anywhere that I can find, and just I combined all kinds of things, and I try to resort to those items for the most part for my makes when I can, and just do a glue book spread with it. Just a nice easy collage, just something fun. You never know where you're going to start, and you never know where you're going to end up when you're done, but you're always going to be pleased with the outcome when you're done. So much fun. This is an open series, so if you like this type of thing, please feel free to join in at any time. I am all the way up to, and I'm still behind trying to catch up, but we're going to get there. I'm on week 38. Okay, I did roll a 3, and the prompts that were chosen were the word enormous, something that describes enormous to you, doll, any type of a doll, and a bee. All right, so I have got a whole bunch of stuff off to the left here. We're going to get started. How is everybody? Is everybody good? Hope everybody's doing well. And this has been sitting on the bookshelf for a minute, and I've had all my pieces together, so I definitely had a thought in mind when I grabbed these pieces, but I looked at them a couple days ago because I knew I wanted to get this video done, and I really can't remember, but we're just going to have a play, and we're going to see what we come up with, okay? I am working out of my 5x7 collage book that I've been doing this series with, okay? And for the most part, I'm doing it in portrait selection. And from time to time, depending on the pieces, I have to turn it to landscape or portrait. But I think I'm going to do portrait today because now the paper that I'm working on is just a real thin copyweight paper. Okay, and if I'm just gluing and sticking, it's fine, but if I'm using any type of mixed media pieces, paints and watercolors and markers, things like that, it can be a little difficult. So I cut out a piece of 5x7 watercolor paper to work on, and then I'll glue that in my book like so. Okay, but for now, we're just going to work on this watercolor paper here. All right. Now, the prompts were enormous, doll, and bee. And for enormous, like I said, I'm trying to work through the things that I have. I don't want to have to recreate more stuff. So for enormous, I found this pretty little die-cut tea kettle. Separate these things, and I have 2 of them. And for the size of landscape we're working on, look at that. That's pretty enormous, right? So I had 2 of them cut out. I don't know which one I want to use. I'm thinking this one because the other things that I've chosen to work with, and that looks kind of busy. Okay, so I think I'll work with this one. So that's going to be my enormous. Now for bee, I've got this die cut bee here, and he's been die cut for some time, and he's got some green and gold and bluish, I don't know, whatever leftover scraps I have, that's what I do my die cuts in. So I'm going to use him. And then for doll, I have these 2 little cuties. And I kind of like her, maybe sit her on the tea kettle, maybe on the handle or something, I don't know. Or her, I don't know. But anyway, we're going to use one or both of those, okay? So those are my primary pieces that I'm going to be working with. But in this series, you can use anything else you want. If you want to add other stuff, feel free to do so. It's your thing, guys. Have fun, okay? Now, also to work with, I'm going to put these off to the side. I brought some stamps in. I thought we could do some layering. I brought some stenciling. I've got some acrylic paints. I thought we'd just try and have a little fun play today. I'm definitely going to need something under this because I am messy as I don't know what. So, let's see what I've got. I got, hold on. I have a old cutting mat, and I've cut it in half, so I'll use that underneath my desk. So try and keep my desk somewhat clean. Okay, make sure I'm in frame. Oh yeah, that's, you can see it a little better too. Okay, let's see. Since we're going to be doing layering, I'm thinking we should start with paints first. And I just randomly, guys, pulled out a couple colors, and it ended up being blue hue, cerulean blue hue, if I'm pronouncing that right, and sunbeam yellow. Okay. And I didn't bring any water, anything like that with me, so we're just going to make this a really quick process. So, you know, paints dry pretty fast. So I'm going to go with the lighter color first, and I've got a little stipple, I guess you call stipple brush, the little stiff brushes, and I'm just going to use it very sparingly. Okay, and I thought we'd just have some fun. Okay. So is everybody getting ready for Christmas? Or is Christmas getting the best of you? I hope you guys are enjoying the season. Me, it's kind of getting off to a slow start for me, you know, with everything that's been going on lately. I'm trying to get in the mood and get festive, but it comes and goes. Okay, I'm just brushing off what's left on my brush of the yellow, and I'm going to pick up a little bit of that blue, so we'll have some nice color in the background. And I might have got too much, but, and I'm just, oh yeah, I like that. Oh, that's nice. I like it. And I'm going thin enough, I think, that it will, you know, for the most part, dry pretty quick, and I can stamp over the top of that. Okay, I'm done with that. I like that. Try and get off as much as I can until I can get it to some water and clean it properly. Okay, that's good for that. Let's get that out of the way. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, so, see, that I think will look really, really busy. Whereas if we put that, yeah. Okay, so next, that's pretty much dry. Let's do some stamping. And I just grabbed a stamp that's got some vintage stuff, some numbers and text. We'll use this one. And let's use this one. So like I said, this series, guys, is just a way to get a little creative, use up pieces that you don't, maybe you haven't touched in a while, use up pieces that's been laying around for a long time, and just kind of see what comes of it. Just have some fun, you know? I mean, those are some of the best makes sometimes, when you don't have an idea and you just go for it. And that's not stamping. What's going on with my stamp here? Let me see. But yeah. That looks like that's about dried out, isn't it? Well, that's not good. And I even had that closed also. Well, I'm disappointed with that. Let me see what else I've got here, guys. Well, phooey. Let me grab another stamp over here, see what I've got. Okay, well I grabbed the Distress Oxide Black Soot because I want to put some black with stamps, but I'll use some of that, I guess. There we go. A little something here and there. Okay, a little of that. Well, I'm really disappointed in that. Can these be revived? This is a stays on. I just bought this too, not too long ago. All right, well, so much for that. Okay, that's some stamping. And let's do a little stenciling. We're just gonna do some layers here. Build, build, build. Now the only thing I have for that is brown. And that's Brown Espresso. So let's see. I like it. Maybe just a little right here. Okay, I like that. We'll stop there. Don't need to overload it, but we want the layering. Okay, what do you guys think? It's pretty nice, huh? Nice base. Okay, now let's, I feel like that doesn't pop enough. I'm wondering if, let me grab another brush here for the black. I'm thinking maybe if I lightly go around the edges of my tea kettle with black, it'll stand out a little bit better. And just hit the edges. Oops, I'm using Ground Espresso. Golly. I say that's not very dark. Okay, let's try that again. There we go. Now we've got some action. That's what I'm talking about. I'm just gonna now that I think about it, my bee is enormous too. that's a big bee that I chose. That was a big die cut that I've got of that bee. So that could suffice as enormous as well. I'm trying to just get a little bit on the inside of these edges here without being too messy. So I'm going from the back sides because the back side's not going to show, but I'm trying to get a little bit on the inside edges too. So that's why I'm doing it this way. And it's working a little bit. Okay, we can keep going at it for a minute. Okay. Yeah, I think that helps a little bit. What do you guys think? Yeah? Let's just kind of get the main lines. Don't need all of them. Okay, I'll go with that. So let's get that down. See if my glue is going to work today. I did not pre-prep it, so it might be stuck. Let's see. Ooh, yeah, it's coming out. Okay. Okay, it's going to kind of ooze a little bit, I think, but let's put that down. Grab another napkin. I like it. Okay, so that's enormous. We've got a nice little layered background there. And where's my other? What happened to my bee? It disappeared on me. Oh, here it is. Okay. Oh, this is kind of the same colors that are in the bee. I didn't even realize that. Maybe that's what I was going for. I don't know. Okay, he's kind of getting lost in there too now with the background. So let's see. What should we do? I think we definitely need to bring some color to the edges of her as well. Very nice. And I'm going to do the other girl too. So I don't know which one I want to use. So we'll see which one looks best. Okay. I'm wondering, should I set her? Because she's going to have to go, if I use her, she has to go in this corner because what is she looking at, you know? I'm going to have something where her eyes to go. And I think I'm going to color him. He just blends in too much. The colors are too similar. So I'm going to darken him up. We'll just do him with brown. We don't need him to be too bright, too dark. And I'm just going to use the over here off the edge of my mat here. And I'm just going to color him. I'm going to tear his leg. Ah. Oops. Be a little more gentle. There we go. Colored him brown. And what I could still do, let's say bring a little bit color back into his wings. Maybe with just a dab of yellow or blue, just on the wings. Let's see. We're going to try it. I like it. Okay. So let's put that to the side, bring this back in. And I think I am going to use her. And I almost want to have her raised up on the page, but I don't know where. Let me see. Why? Oh, I got some here. Hold on. Foam tape is. Cut a piece of that. Oops. Oh my. You guys just went on a ride. Sorry. Bumped the whole camera. Yeah, I think I want to raise her up just a bit. Off the page just a little bit. Okay, I like that. I guess just put the B right there since there's more room. Okay. Kind of have them a little bit off the page, just a tad. Grab another napkin. I'm going to have to cut that. It's overhanging because he will not fit in my book otherwise. That's okay. We can work with that as well. Okay, I feel like we need something over here. What do you guys think? Let me grab my die cuts again. Hold on. Let me browse through those. See what we can find. There's a big old bee. Ooh, I don't feel like cutting that out though. So we can add him. I have more than one. Let's see. Too neutral. I need something bold with color, huh? Like, you know, just something bold. Let's see. That's got something on it. About something like that. Possibly. And we're going with texture, so I have this. That brown kind of ties in with the brown that I colored the bee. Kind of brings that together. Oh, we could have tucked that inside the teapot. Okay, I think I'm going to go with, I like this bit of pop of color there. So I'm going to put a corner of it here. I like that. And then maybe do another piece of it behind her. Okay, so let's just cut this. Yes, I like that. I really like the layering. That's really nice. Okay. Yep, I like it in threes also, so that works out perfectly. I like it. Okay, we'll save that. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to call that one done. What do you guys think? I think that looks really nice. A lot of texture, layering. Might even go over the top with a little bit more of the text. What do you think about that? Okay, now I'm done. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, guys, that is my make, and that's ready to go down. That could be a journal card, you know. That could be a base for a journal page. That could be so many different things, or you just got a beautiful piece of art, guys. All right, that's my make using the word enormous, doll, and bee. So let's pull our prompts for the next make, and we'll get you out of here. I do not look, and I'm going to continue with this until I use up all these prompts. I started with over 200, I think 213, something like that, at the beginning of the year, and I'm still going. All right, let's see what we roll. A 4. So I got to pull out 4 prompts. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then they get discarded after I choose them, so we don't use those same prompts again. Okay, something zigzag. Bridge. Okay, that'll be fun. Bells. Roll again and add. I love those. I put a few of those in there at the beginning of the year. So I've got to roll again and add more prompts. Whatever I roll. That's fun. And that's where the challenge comes in. The more prompts, the more, you know, you got to work with. So you really got to get creative. Let's see. Oh my, 6. Jeez Louise. 6 more prompts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So that's going to be 9 prompts total. Wow. Okay, booklet. Oh, look at that. Booklet. That would be good for a booklet. Just got a book. Rough. Something rough. Okay. Something sanded. Okay. Ha! Dice. Wow. Okay. Lace. Oh my. And button. Okay. And last but not least, pieces. So pieces of something. Pieces of paper. Whatever. All right. So we can just roll again and add. We can discard that. But for next make, guys, I have to use zigzag, bridge, bells, booklet, rough, sanded, pieces, button, lace, and dice. Woo! All right. That is my make today. Thank you so very much for stopping by my channel. If you found something of value, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Leave me a comment and a like. Let me know what you think of this series and today's make. Feel free to join in at any time. Thank you for your time. I appreciate each and every one of you. As always, take care. God bless. And I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.